Because, like, if you evoke your Fifth Amendment right, the right is to avoid self-incrimination. By the way, pay close attention to the bet. Will we win this one? Yes or no? So it's not losing finals. It's not losing round 2. This is a straight-up win-loss parlay. So the Fifth Amendment right is the right to not incriminate yourself. So if somebody asks you a question and you invoke the Fifth, the only reason you would invoke it is because telling the truth would incriminate you. So as a result, I'm not saying you shouldn't. Look, I'm being slandered here. People are saying, oh, this is a horrible take, pro-police take. It's not a pro-police take. I think it's kind of sick that you could be guilty of something and just be like, I choose not to answer because Alexander Hamilton said I don't have to. I think that kind of owns. All I'm also saying is that I would feel very self-conscious evoking my Fifth Amendment right, because I would be like, all these people know that I fucking did that shit. They'd be like, did you do that shit? And I'd be like, George Washington said I don't have to answer that question. And they would just write, he did that shit on big yellow paper with blue lines on it. I've never been pulled over by the police, but I have spent a lot of time wondering how I would answer the question, do you know how fast you were going? I don't really speed. I mean, I speed like a normal person. You know, on the highway, I'll do like 10 over. But like, what's the right answer to that question? Because if you know how fast you were going, then you knew you were speeding. If you don't know how fast you were going, then you're not an aware driver, which is kind of like, it seems like the kind of question, there should be like another amendment that you don't have to answer that question, because that question's self-incriminating to begin with. Either of the answers, yes or no, both incriminate you. Just say, yes, I was going the speed limit. But then you're gonna have to fight about it. That sounds like, I'm not like a confrontational guy. Don't grab me. I grabbed you, don't grab me. I don't want to the people are not gonna like this. I think I would get a ticket if I got pulled over and I was speeding. Because I tell the truth. I know how that sounds. But like, it's the honest to goodness truth. That if a cop said I was going, like, oh, do you know how fast you were going? I would be like, yes, I was going 10 over, like a normal person. You're gonna tell me you don't go 10 over? Look around me, everybody's going 10 over right now. I was going 10 over. You saw it, you got the radar gun. I'm sure it's calibrated properly. You know I was going 10 over. Why are we doing this whole song and dance where you're gonna try to get me to dig a big hole of lies and then bury myself in it? I was going 10 over like everybody else on the damn road. Just say you don't recall. He'll ask me a bunch of questions. I'll say I don't recall to all of them. Then he'll be like, are you okay? And I'll say, no, officer. I had a simultaneous salmonella and campylobacter infection, which I've only recently finished my course of ciprofloxacin for. And then he walked right into my verbal trap and got blown out. He'll be like, sorry, sir. You can go. Holy cow. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, sometimes it's nicer to be down here. Sir, I'm gonna give myself a ticket. Yeah. For not believing you. For not recognizing that you're a hero. We don't have to fight. Okay, I'm mad. I thought I had the speed. I didn't have the speed. We're not gonna make it. And that's okay. Understandable. Too many mistakes. I'm not upset. That's fair. I'll choose prediction and I will say we did not win that one. Does Canada have the equivalent of sovereign citizens? I did see a post. I don't know if it was from Canada, but the post was like, well, I'll just tell you, it was on Shit Mom Groups Say, and somebody was like, I want to send my daughter to school, but they want her to get vaccinated. Is there anything I can do? And then somebody replied and said, let me tell you right now, people in power don't want you to know, but you cannot be governed by any law that you didn't vote on directly. And I was like, I don't think that's true, personally. You might not like that you didn't get to weigh in on it, but I'm pretty sure there's like no legal recourse for like, well, actually, they didn't ask me how I thought about this in 1861, so I am ungovernable. And there's also, I haven't gone too deep down the sovereign citizen rabbit hole, but I do know that because I was looking at why Wesley Snipes went to prison for tax evasion. And apparently, he used an argument that a lot of people use, which is like, A, false, but B, the argument itself is that, like, the government forced your parents to give you a name. You never gave yourself a name. So your name that you give yourself is different than the name that the government has for you. As a result, you don't have to pay tax. Also, the government has no ability to collect tax as a fiat currency. They can only collect tax in like silver and gold bullion or something like that. Like, there's a few things that like a normal person would read that on the internet and be like, that doesn't sound like that makes any fucking sense. But like, I guess if you really don't want to pay taxes, you're like, okay, yeah, probably that was written in the old sailor's code, and they just never thought about like updating it until today. So I'm gonna represent myself as a lawyer and the client, and then I'm just gonna tell the judge that we're not at sea right now, and as a result I don't have to pay taxes. Something like that. Let me look it up, okay? Arguments for not paying taxes, income tax. Reasons for not paying tax. No, I'm not really looking for that. I'm not really looking. I didn't commit the search, okay? It's gonna put you on a list. You know what? I've decided not to go for that one. I've decided to not commit my search on that one. Hold on. Dude, so everyone was talking to me. I was so annoyed about voicemails, right? And then everyone was talking to me and said, you got to turn on visual voicemail so that you don't have to listen to the voicemails. Instead, you'll just see them being transcribed. So I went to my phone and it was like, hey, are you sick of voicemails? Turn on visual voicemail. So then I clicked a button to turn it on, and it said, hold on, we got to get like app permission. Sorry, little ravioli there. We got to turn on app permissions. So I was like, okay, I authorize you to scan my voicemails for text. And then they said, unable to enable visual voicemail, please contact your service provider. Then I looked into it. Visual voicemail is an extra surcharge monthly on my phone bill. So what the hell did I give you permissions for? You got the damn permissions, but I didn't get any privileges. Stop bumping into me. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my God, they grabbed me. Oh my God. We were all able to get through just fine. And then they said, no, I'm not going to get through and you're not going to get through as well. And then we're both going to be passed by 8 people. Do you see how messed up this is? Okay, we're still in an okay position. I'm just thinking about Frazier. Just think about Frazier. Make some good passes. Make some clean overtakes. I haven't gotten a voicemail in like 7 years. Well, I mean, not to, again, like make this so medical, but I've gotten my fair share of voicemails over the past couple of weeks. I'm thinking about those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. And you know what? Unlike Frasier, I do know what to do with them, dummy. You eat them. Did you see this? My insane pace? Oh, man. Get a lot of spam calls, too. Yeah. There was, like, a month where I got 30 texts from a Halifax real estate agent where they were like, "Hey, Madison, just wondering if after our meeting yesterday you gave any more thought to selling your house in Halifax." And then I, like, didn't reply. And then this dude fucking went John Favreau in Swingers on my ass. He sent me like 20 different texts in a row. And then was like, "Hey, Madison, just wondering if I dropped the ball. I haven't heard back from you." I'm like, "Yeah, it's because I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm never going to reply to you. I'm not going to reply to you and say this isn't Madison. I'm just going to, like, you know, I'm going to leave you hanging. It's not what one person gives you a fake number. Now I got to become their secretary. I don't think so. I'm just going to live my life." Blocked. Should have texted do it. Do it. Listed on MLS.ca tonight. Your Honor, in my defense, it was a bit. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. No, there's another lady that's been going around Vancouver giving like all sorts of doctors my number, thinking that it's hers, and I get these like ridiculous phone calls that are like, "Hey, we're calling for like obvious old lady name. Just so you know, like your urgent sigmoidoscopy is scheduled for like this day." And then like I got pissed off because like I thought to myself, I have a responsibility. We have to wait for this to go down. I have a responsibility to call back to the doctor's clinic and be like, "Hey, just so you guys know, you have the wrong number." And then one time I did call the doctor's clinic and I was like, "Hey, you guys keep calling my number thinking that it's someone else. So I think she gave you the wrong number." And then they were like, "Okay, what's her name?" And I was like, "I don't remember. I'd have to go to my voicemail to... Oh my God. I'd have to go to my voicemail to check." And they said, "Okay, that's fine. Just call us back." And I was like, "Can't you just like cross-reference it in the database with your number?" Like now all of a sudden I gotta spend half of my afternoon trying to like sort out this stuff. They can't because of HIPAA, but I can give it to them and it's not a HIPAA violation. That doesn't make any sense to me, and for that reason I'm out. It's only 5 minutes. Okay, come fucking scrub my toilet. That's only 2 minutes. Oh, you don't want to do it? Lazy. Come on, it's just 2 minutes of your time. Allow me to be angry, by the way, because Hoopsie Legend this is not my bag, baby. I don't think we can make that jump. I don't think we can make it. I'm making an executive decision. Holy cow, I'm a damn genius. That still felt great, even though we missed that one. Okay. Okay, you know what? I've decided I'm not gonna just go for this one again and again. I think that could lead to some comedic situations. Ooh! Thank God we got that gold, man. You can be a tall bean? Dirt, 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 dirt. He eats lettuce for real? I love lettuce, man. I love most of the leafy greens. My least favorite leafy green might actually... Well, I don't know. I don't know if radicchio is a leafy green, but I don't really enjoy the taste of radicchio. But otherwise, it would probably be spinach. But then my wife made some spinach last night, and it was like cooked... It was like blanched, a little sesame oil, a little raw garlic, a little salt, and it was bussin' for real, on God. It was delicious. How was that good rice? It was fantastic. Thank you for asking. This guy doing anything? Okay, yeah, he's jumping. Now and then. Thoughts on people asking for your thoughts on things? Sometimes it can be annoying to be expected to have an opinion on absolutely everything, but I think you also have to acknowledge that it's also probably the catalyst for like at least 2/3 of the content that I make, so as a result, I think you gotta take the good with the bad. It makes a lot of sense to me. I like constantly being hit with prompts and then being able to choose which one I want to touch and which one I don't. Banchan tier list? Dude, okay. Kimchi is at near the top of the list for banchan, which are the Korean side dishes you get with a Korean meal. Kimchi's way up there. Cold soy sauce potato. Gamja cholim is way up there. Getnit cholim, which is like... a marinated perilla leaf is up there. I like most of the radish side dishes. Like, I love gattugi. I'll tell you, to be honest, the only banchan that I don't really like sometimes you'll just get some fucked up shit like a potato salad or something, and I'm like, that's not why I'm here. You don't know why I'm here, Travis Scott. I'm not a huge fan of gongnamul, which is like the marinated bean sprouts. I'm just not much of a sprout guy, I guess, personally. Trying to think of what else. I'm basically, I mean, broadly speaking, I would say my personal preference, I'm like into the spicy ones and not that into the non-spicy ones, except the potato is incredible. I'm gonna fall off the other end. I'll do the cucumber kimchi. Might be number one. I don't want to be near you anymore. I want to be over here. Stop jumping so much. Now, break these platforms and then go to a different section of the map. No, because the platforms I broke are going to come back. He's actually kind of doing it. Hey, you piece of crap! I'm on the damn treadmill, and I didn't put the heart sticker on. No, I knew it, too. Dude, that was good, though. We're getting so much better at Hexaring. I got too precious about my positioning, and I said I don't want to be here anymore. We should have just kept going straight at it. Yeah. Dude, I didn't realize that one could go on so long. No, I know my problem with that. My problem with that one is I was like, I started thinking too far ahead. I wasn't living in the moment anymore. We did not win that one. What's your take on hot takes? Okay, I get that this is meant to be like self-referential. It's the snake eating its own tail, as they say. But allow me to mine some actual meat out of it, if possible. I think that we're take poisoned. Because nowadays, you can't even, like, just say an opinion without people saying it's a take. Like, oh, if people disagree with your opinion, they say, bad take, bad take. I feel like a take is an opinion combined with, like, an ambition. It's like opinion plus motive. Whereas an opinion is just an opinion. It's just a thought on something. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a take. A take is motive, opportunity, opinion. An opinion is just an opinion. That's the worst take I've ever heard. Even though it's bait, I still got a little mad. Still a little mad, for sure. Like, I feel like a take is something you make almost unsolicited. You're like, I'm on Twitter and I want people to know how hard it is to be a Christian in America in 2022. That's like a take, is when you start writing opinion posts for the New York Post, or opinion editorials for the New York Post. An opinion is just like when you're in passing and you're like, you know, I don't like the cucumber kimchis that much. That's not a take, that's just personal preference. Oh, I'm getting on the damn goo. This game, round one, is a nice warm-up. There's a high skill floor and a high skill cap on this. I think this is one of the best courses they ever added. It's incredible. Time. $42 remain. Douglas Adams, you've done it again. So true. Amazing joke. So long and thanks for all the fish. More like so true. More like so long. And thanks for all the fish. Sorry, my body rejected the joke as I tried to get it out. It's crazy how Douglas Adams was such a big fan of the Joker that he named his main character Arthur Dent as like a reference to the cursed clown. I had no idea he was so bat-pilled. That's Two-Face? Excuse me, Two-Face is Harvey Dent? The Joker is Arthur Dent. No relation. You guys brothers? No. Yes! Oh. Dude, Two-Face and the Joker, A Night at the Roxbury remake? That could go off. Joaquin Phoenix, Aaron Eckhart, Night at the Roxbury, but it's the Joker and Two-Face as Doug Butabi and Steve Butabi. Oh, man. And then he was like, Rachel! Oh, man. Oh! What happened to Aaron Eckhart? Great question. You know what? Let me just check on this for you. What happened to Aaron? What happened to Aaron Burr? I know that one. What happened to Aaron Eckhart? It seems like he's kind of still chilling. I don't know. His career has taken an undeniable downturn over the last 4 years or so. Please download the Reddit app. It has unlimited cats. Okay, just shut the hell up. Career success in acting is a coin flip. I mean, he stays busy. He does 1 to 3 movies a year. I mean, that seems reasonable. Like, there's only a certain number of, like, high-profile movies, right? In order for, you know, a Timothée Chalamet to rise to the top, an Aaron Eckhart has to recede a little bit. It's like the natural flow of life. By the way, if anybody in chat is going to go see the gritty remake of, or the gritty origin story of Willy Wonka, I would ask you to please leave my chat before you're forced to leave. This is too much information to have to focus on at any given time. 3 rhinos? Come on. I'll just die. If this shit happened to me in real life, yep, okay. I told you. I'll simply die. I'm sorry. I mean, this is like a stolen Twitter joke from like a long time ago. People always are like, what would you do in a zombie apocalypse? Probably die. Probably just... No, I wouldn't be the guy with the eye patch who's like, finally my time has come. I think I would be like, honestly, this next 100 years look pretty shitty. I'm out this bitch. Later. Like, enjoy the next 2 decades of constant fear and starvation and like existential threats. Not for me, thanks. I'd become a zombie? I don't know, that kind of being a zombie seems kind of shitty too. Would you hide your zombie bite? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think it depends how much I like the group that I was in. Maybe I'm in a group with a bunch of people who are like really kind of just rude to me. Then I would hide that shit for sure. And then try to like, is there a way to accelerate the turn so when everybody goes to sleep, I could just start drinking like some milk of magnesia and bring it on a little faster or something like that? If I liked them, I would find like somebody that I trusted to do the job, and I would be like, "Hey, dude, check it out." And then there would be like, it'd be like a dripping like pink wound, and they'd be like, "Oh," and I'd be like, "You got it. I'm sorry that I came to you, but I came to you because you're the only person I trust to do this." But if it was like someone that, if I was in a group of people who were like not very nice, I'd probably hide that shit for sure. Why not? Because I'm basically, as soon as you get bitten, like you're on Team Zombie, right? Of course I'm not gonna inhibit the company that I'm about to be working for. Might as well try to score an early dub, maybe get in good with the zombie CEO or something. Go back to the damn horde and be like, "Hey boss, I converted 7 more on my way up." They'll be like, "Guess what? Seems like the kind of straight shooter who's got middle management written all over him." Good bit, good bit. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be one of the zombies that has to like go up against the fence and be like, until the fence breaks down. I want to be the zombie that's like, what's that? Attack the fence? Okay, you guys, we just got word from on high. We're going to go attack that fence. You guys go ahead. I don't want to be the guy calling the shots either. I just want to be kind of like, I want to be the guy relaying the information. I want to be just like a link in the chain. I don't want to be at either terminal, quite frankly. What is this bit? I'm giggling. At least I talk about the fucking Hulu original show, The Bear, for like the 17th show in a row. But every stream, there's like 18 more people that come into the chat, just endlessly cyberbully me into watching The Bear, making me substantially less likely to ever watch The Bear, even though every time I hear about it outside of the context of my own stream, people say things like, it's one of the best shows I've watched in the last 5 years. Going up, going up, going up, I'm going up, going up, going up, going up. That was not worth it. I don't know, man, if anything, amount of thinking about Frasier is going to get me out of this one. This is a bad start. How many 26 qualify? Everybody just chill out. We're all fine here. We have no reason to inhibit one another. We're all doing great. Some greater than others, as you can see based on my performance there. We're going to go under this one. We're going to jump over it. We're going to dive under and get hit by this. Okay, we're back in the saddle. We're not going to make that one. I stand by my decision. Okay, I still stand by my decision. Watch Severance? I'm not saying this to be like a rude guy. I know people hate to hear it. I don't have the time right now. I understand it's a one-season TV show. There's 4 3-hour-long episodes or whatever. I'm fucking tapped, man. I am tapped. I haven't even been watching anything on like Netflix lately. Mostly because every show is just about like, is it or isn't it cake? And I'm kind of like over it. Oh, I'm not gonna qualify. 149. That is not enough time. Watch The Bear. Look, you think I don't see every message you leave in chat? You've left me 17 messages today about The Bear. I get you're trying to become a chat celebrity, the guy who always asks about The Bear. But then out of nowhere, you said, "Hey NL, what do you think about UBC?" And I'm just want to caution you, all of these messages accrue in my head. I've got an endless, I've got remote uploads to an off-site facility. There's infinite data in here for storage. I feel like I know too much about you now. Either you go to the University of British Columbia, or you're perhaps interested in going to the University of British Columbia. I'm building like a Minority Report profile of you, and all you need to find anybody is like 5 data points, and then I'm like, I know your childhood, I know where you are as an adult, and I know how your life is going to end up in 40 years. If you can get 5 data points, you can chart someone's entire life day by day. I'm 2/5 of the way there. And I don't know if you would like what I'm seeing, quite frankly, but you still got 3 data points with which to change it. Ignore the UBC one. That was a shitty joke. Okay, never mind. Okay, I've got 1 data point. I'm popping that one off the stack. You've got 4 data points left. I meant UCB. You meant the Upright Citizens Brigade? That's actually way more in keeping with the first data point about just constantly talking about The Bear. Because as soon as I saw you talking about UBC, I'm like, I don't know if this guy is UBC material. That's a really good school. He just keeps endlessly badgering me about The Bear on Hulu. No offense or whatever. Ooh. Everybody watched the video, huh? Everybody saw the speed run? We're all pros at Lily Leapers now? I double bounce from time to time. I'm not afraid to admit it. I thought I fell between the cracks. Like my experience in the Canadian medical system last week. Holy cow, that was scary. I was accepted to UBC but had to decline for cost of living costs. That's very understandable. I didn't go to UBC. I don't have like a chip on my shoulder about UBC. I know it's a great school. It's also the most beautiful campus I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Vancouver do be like extremely expensive though, for sure. Great for cycling. The only thing wrong with cycling in Vancouver is that you have to cycle next to Vancouver drivers. The infrastructure is really good. Weather's amazing, by Canadian standards at least. Calgary's really good for cycling too. Yeah, and the best part is once you get really good at it, you can leave Calgary and come to Vancouver. Sorry, maybe I took it too far. I have trauma, okay? I have trauma from when Rachel Notley said, if you don't build the pipeline, we're going to turn off the taps. I didn't realize that's how intra-provincial disputes were settled in Canada, is that we have the gas. So actually, we're going to have you, like, we're going to ask you to do something, and then if you don't do it, then we're just going to deprive you of gas, even though we're all citizens of the same country. Hold on. This is madness. I need to get behind this damn wall. The strawberry barrage is coming, man! We're all just trying to make it in this crazy world. You know what? Rachel Notley, if you're listening, I can't imagine you're not. I mean, what else are you doing? I forgive you, okay? I forgot we're all just trying to make it in this crazy world. I forgive you for threatening to deprive the province in which I live of energy because of an intra-provincial dispute over a pipeline. Sorry, I know it's bad form to call out the lurkers. They're just minding their own business. You were just girl bossing. I'm sorry. Can some people just be killed on this one? I find this very tense. Thank you. Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh. Hey, Jay. Everybody's here. You ever just think about Jonathan's monkey run sometimes? Yeah, sometimes. Jonathan, the largest castaway on Survivor season 42, who says, "Hey, you guys, want to see my monkey run?" And then he runs around on his knuckles like a damn orangutan. OMG, he does. It's like a little forest guy. Oh man. Hey, when does Survivor start? Is it September? Am I crazy to think that season 43 starts in September? That's a long way away, man. Holy cow. They should just run like another season in the meantime. By the way, not to bring up Meta World Peace 2 times in the same episode, but there's a show that came on after Survivor that I don't remember the name of. It was called like The Challenge or something like that. And they had a bunch of celebrities go out and do like survivalist stuff in nature. And Beyond the Edge, that's it. So here's what I know about Meta World Peace. Punched an NBA fan in the face for reasons that, as we established in Isaac, I actually don't find that disagreeable. Kind of makes sense to me. And then on Beyond the Edge, a show that was advertised as being like insanely hard and will push anybody to its limits, at the end of like the first episode, he was like, I'm out. This shit sucks. I'm gone. Which again is not an unfair assessment. Didn't seem like everybody was having a whole lot of fun on Beyond the Edge. But he bailed. Okay, I have too many people on me. That's terrible news. I'm not gonna qualify. That's tail tag, baby. Okay, slash marker. Fall Guys end.